Hello class, today we'll be covering the final lesson from chapter 10, 10.4 Discount and GST. Now we have three learning objectives. The first one is to calculate the value of a percentage discount. So if we're given a certain price and we're told that there's a certain percent discount, how do we calculate the size of that discount? The second learning objective is to calculate the percentage discount from a sale price. If we have the original price and a sale price, how do we calculate how big the discount is as a percentage? The last one is to calculate the value or the rate of a sales tax, which would just be kind of like the opposite of a discount. A sales tax makes goods more expensive. We can calculate the percentage increase or the value increase. Now our first formulas are right here. Okay, we have the discount is basically the marked price minus the selling price, and a percentage discount is the discount divided by the marked price times 100%. Now, what do you notice here? This actually is basically the same formula that we learned in chapter 10.3. Okay, so this would be, for example, the decrease. Okay, the decrease is the original value minus the new value. Okay, and a percentage decrease would just be the decrease minus the original value times 100%. Okay, so it's basically the same thing as what we learned in 10.3. Okay, let's look at example 1. During a sale, an abacus was sold for $129. If the marked price is $215, find the percentage discount. First, we need to calculate the size of discount. Remember, if we look back at our original formulas, the discount equals the marked price, which is the original price, minus the selling price, which is another word for the sale price. Okay. Now we know that the marked price is $215. Okay. The sale price was $129. So you subtract that from the marked price. That gives you $86. Okay. Your percentage discount would then be, remember, refer back to the formula if you forget. Okay. The discount divided by the marked price times 100. So remember, our discount is $86. The marked price, the original price, is $215, and we multiply that by 100%. That gives us 40%. Okay, our next question asks, what if it was sold at a 50% discount instead? What would the sale price be? Okay, there's one way of doing it. The first is to find the discount, which is the marked price times the percentage discount divided by 100. Okay, so we have 215, which is the original marked price, times 50 divided by 100, which is just the same as 1 over 2. Okay, we'll find out our answer is $107.50. Now, then our selling price would be the marked price minus the size of the discount. Okay, now we know the discount is $107.50. The marked price is $215. So that's just 215 minus $107.50. And we'll find that that just equals $107.50. Okay. All right, so using the methods that I just showed you, I want you to try practice question number 17 on page 41. And remember, there is always another example in the textbook that covers basically the same thing. Okay, if you still need another example to help you consolidate your understanding, try reading through example 17 on page 41. Your answers for the practice question should be $95 for A and $285 for B. Okay, example 2A is asking the same thing that we just did in the previous example. We're trying to find the selling price of the discount and the marked price. So a website is selling history homework answers at a marked price of $386. If the answers are sold at a 30% discount, find its selling price. Now, remember, this is the same thing as what we learned in 10.3. Okay, the selling price is just the new value. Okay, the marked price is the original value, and we have 100 minus the percentage decrease. The discount is just like a percentage decrease. The same thing as that we learned in 10.3. So the selling price we have, okay, is what we're trying to find out, rather. Okay, we know the market price is $386, okay, and we multiply that by 100 minus the percentage discount. So it's a 30% discount, so 100 minus 70 over 100. Okay, so it's 386 times, minus 30, which gives us 70 over 100. Okay, and if we take out our calculator, okay, we'll find that 386 times 70 divided by 100 gives us $270.20. Okay, our next question asks, if another discount of 10% was put on the good, what is the new selling price? So we just take the previous selling price and apply the same formula. Okay, so we have 270. Okay, so the sale price, or the selling price, rather, okay, I guess we should mark that here too, in our original question, okay, is $270.20 times 100 minus 10 all over 100. Okay. All right, so that just gives us 270.2 times 90 divided by 100. And our answer should be, again, let's take out our calculator. $243.18. Okay, so we know that applying a further discount here would give us a different value. Remember, if applying a further 10% would not give us the same answer as if we subtracted 40% from $386. Okay, keep that in mind. It's not that simple. Okay. Now, if we were to do it that way, 386, okay, with a 40% discount, that would be 0.6, 60% of the original marked price. That would give us $231.60. So remember, when you give two percentage discounts, for example here 30% and then 10% from this, that is not the same as giving a 40% discount from the original market price. So keep that in mind. Okay, our next practice question is going to be on page 42. Okay, I'd like everyone to try question 18, A and B. Remember, there's also another example right here, example 18. Right? And our answers should be $750 for A and $580.10 for B if you were looking for the price, and the difference should be $10.10 more than the first sale price. For our final example, we're going to look at GST. GST is something that you don't see in Hong Kong, but you see in countries like Singapore. And in Canada, we have the same thing, but it goes by a different name. Now, GST stands for Goods and Services Tax. Okay? So the GST is calculated by finding the price of a good and multiplying by the GST rate. The rate is a percentage. In Singapore, GST is 7%. Now, like I said earlier, in Hong Kong, there are no sales taxes. GST is considered a type of sales tax. In Ontario, Canada, there's a sales tax of 13%. Okay? It's called the Harmonized Sales Tax, the HST. Okay? So what does this mean? This means that whenever you buy something, in Singapore, 7% is actually part of a tax that goes to the government. Okay? Now, some businesses, in Singapore at least, such as supermarkets, include GST in their prices. So if you buy something for, say, $10.70, okay, the 70 cents in the price tag is already included in the GST. Is already included as with the GST. Now, other businesses, such as restaurants, quote their prices exclusive of GST. That means if you go to a restaurant in Singapore and you order, say, a dish for $20, you will not be paying $20. You'll be paying $20 plus an extra 7%, which should be $21.40. Okay, so let's look at an example. Okay, example 3 says the price of a smartphone in the shop is $535 inclusive of GST. That means the $535 already includes GST. The GST rate is 7%. So find the price before GST. All right, so remember our formula, okay? We know the new value. We're trying to find the original value here. I've written original price instead, okay? Which you can also write as the marked price, okay? And we have 100% plus the 7%. That's how we calculate the percentage, the new value of a percentage increase, okay? And remember, a GST will obviously make things more expensive, so that's an increase. Okay? So we have the original price is 107 divided by 100. That should give us 535. And if we rearrange the numbers, 535 divided by 1.07, which is 107 divided by 100, gives us $500. So that means the original price was $500. If there was no GST, the smartphone would be sold for $500. Now, question B asks, if the phone is sold at a 5% discount, find the decrease in GST levied. Okay, so first we have to calculate how much the phone costs with a 5% discount. Now, the formula is the new value is the original value times 100% minus the percentage decrease. Okay, so 100 minus 5 gives us 95. 535 times 95 over 100 gives us $508.25. Okay, so the GST levied in this case, the GST, that the amount of the GST would be $508.25, okay, minus, okay, what the price would be without the GST. So that would be $508.25 divided by 1.07. Okay? Now, if we take out a calculator, we'll find that that is equal to 508.25 divided by 1.07 gives us $475. Okay, so the GST levied is equal to the difference between those two values. Okay, so we find that $508.25 minus 475 gives us $33.25. Okay. So the GST levy is $33.25, whereas before it was $35. So the difference would be 35 minus 33.25, and that gives us $1.75. Okay, so the difference, the decrease in the GST levy is $1.75. So that's how you calculate that. Now, I want everyone to try question number 20 on page 45 now. Now, this final example is probably the most complicated one. If you need to take a look at our example, I highly recommend that you look at example 20 on page 45, which is just before the tried question that you're supposed to do. Okay, it's more or less the same question that we just went through, except with some different values. Okay. All right, and that is it for today's lesson.